Today, I want to talk to you guys about Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul. Yeah, let's go. So, first of all, they actually put on a great event. MVP, Jake Paul boxing promotion, actually put on a great event. So, I can't complain about that. You know, the event was actually amazing. Actually amazing. You know, from the first fight where the guy was 1-0 with one knockout versus a guy 5-0 with five knockouts. Now, that fight was actually pretty good as well because the one who won, I think it was 23 versus a 26-year-old. The 23-year-old won. He put on an amazing performance. And that was my first time seeing both of them guys. But he put on an amazing performance, like really amazing. Let me see if I can see my chat. But he put on an amazing performance. Um, I was shocked from the first two guys. I'm like, dang, they're pretty good. And I thought the one guy was gonna knock him out, but he didn't. You know, but he still put on the performance, switching up orthodox southpaw, hitting him with combinations. The other guy never adjusted properly. He got beat up. His face looked like it's about to fall off. All right, boom. Second fight. What was the second fight? I think it was Tyron Woodley versus that was crazy. Tyron Woodley versus Anderson Silva. Yo. Tyron Woodley. Sorry, I'm eating. Tyron Woodley always start off good in every fight in boxing. He must lack defense because versus Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley started good. Versus Anderson Silva, Tyron Woodley started excellent. He started excellent versus Anderson Silva. Now, you can tell Anderson Silva have better skills and experience with his hands because Tyron was getting a boom body, trying to throw the head. Was it the second round or the third round? Anderson Silva touched his feet, threw some punches. No, he threw some punches. He had Tyron Woodley in the corner. Threw some punches, I think. Touched his feet with his right hand. Tyron Woodley was confused, completely confused. He hit Tyron Woodley with a mega uppercut. And you can see his lights start flashing. Tyron Woodley eyes was like, choo 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 choo. So Anderson Silva finished him. Boop, bop, boop, boop, right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand. Put him down. He got up. The referee counted. Actually, Tyron Woodley made it through the 10 count. But he was out of it. He looked like he was in another world. He was in the Matrix or something. He was in another world. And the referee seen it. He's gonna let them fight, but the referee like, nah, I can't let them fight. There's no way I'm letting this fight finish because this fight is crazy. It's done. And Tyron Woodley was mad, but he got knocked out so bad with the uppercut. It was like, bop. I said, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He hit him like this. But now, excellent fight. And Anderson Silva, just to let you know, he want to be a cop in Bel Air. 50 years old, knocked out 43-year-old Tyron Woodley. Uppercut. You gotta watch the highlight. He touched his foot with his right hand. Uppercut with the same hand. After that uppercut, Tyron Woodley was no more good. He was never the same. Bye-bye, Tyron Woodley. Go back to UFC, bro. It's a wrap. And the last fight, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. Jake Paul officially lost all of my respect. Jake Paul officially Jake Paul officially lost all my respect. Honestly, I actually like Jake Paul. No, I didn't have him over. I didn't have him beating Anthony Joshua. No way. Anthony Joshua beat good people. Like Klitschko, that's a big guy. Big name. The brother. He beat him. Even though Anthony Joshua lost to Usyk and Ruiz, he came back and beat Ruiz, but he lost to Usyk twice, I think. I don't understand that. But tonight, well, it's 1 o'clock, and it was basically last night. It's tonight, but same day because I ain't go to sleep yet. Yo, Jake Paul lost all my respect. Jake Paul kept falling on the ground, being scared. He was so scared. Jake Paul was so scared. Now, bro, I actually thought he could fight. But for today, after today, no more respect for Jake Paul. I'm sorry. Yeah, I do respect the fact that he bring a lot of attention to boxing because he's a big megastar, and he bring a lot of attention to the female fighters. I respect that 1,000,000%. Especially for the female fighters, he bring a lot of support and money and eyes, because they're on Netflix. But after tonight, Jake Paul lost my respect. Yo, from the beginning of the fight, he was running like a chicken with his head cut off, like a bunny rabbit in Texas. And then, every time Anthony Joshua would try to hit him, he would fall to the ground. Yo, at one point, he was grabbing Anthony Joshua ankles. Like, bro. And he got to the point where the ref started understanding when Anthony Joshua started hitting him, the ref was like, knockdown. Because you keep falling to the ground while he hitting you. He can't keep saving you, bro. He can't. So then, Anthony Joshua got 3 knockdowns against Jake Paul, which was legit because Jake Paul was being scary. He was being a scary cat. Jake Paul was a scary cat tonight. I was disappointed in Jake Paul. He was scared. I'm like, bro, fight. You know how to fight. Not tonight. He lost all his skills, all his thought. He was so scared of the Greek god, like Anthony Joshua called himself. He was scared. I think if Jake Paul wasn't scared, it would have actually been a better fight for Jake Paul. Because he actually landed like 3 big hands, maybe 2, but that hit Joshua. And Joshua stood the test of time like, nah, no, I'm a real boxer. You're a YouTube boxer. Boop, bop, boop, 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 bop. Listen, he dropped Jake Paul 3 times. And then the 4th drop was a knockout. Bye-bye, Jake Paul. He hit Jake Paul. Let me remember. He hit Jake Paul with, was it a jab? I think it was a jab or a hook. I got to go back and look. It was like a jab or a hook. Then right hand to the body. No. I think he hit him with the right hand. No. Left body. He swung this. Oh, yeah. He went left body. I think boom, boom. He did something with like 3 or 4 punch combo. And after he came to the body, I think he was left hand, came to the body, he came with the right hand. Boom! And that was the end of the fight. Jake Paul felt that punch, and Jake Paul fell to the ground like, oh my goodness, he hit me too hard. In slow motion, that's what Jake Paul was saying. He was like, oh my goodness, my jaw is broken. He was like, done. He didn't even get up. He was done. First of all, he was done before that punch because the round he got knocked out, he came out so tired, like leaning against the rope, like he was ready to go home and take a hot shower, bro. Go have a glass of wine because you do deserve it. Because Anthony Joshua been professional for 18 years, and he's a 6'6", massive guy. Like he said, he called himself the Greek God. But Jake Paul been training for 5 years consistently with great boxers and trainers. So he have good teaching. He just didn't execute. Jake Paul did not execute tonight. He was scary. He hit him with the big hand, his power hand, right hand, 3 times. He hit Joshua. But it didn't mean nothing because Joshua stood like, I was like, bro, he hit Joshua hard. Like, boom. I said, oh my goodness. He hit Joshua so hard. Joshua ate it and was like, and then so boom, bop, beat. Jake Paul fall to the ground. Jake Paul, stop going to the ground biting Anthony Joshua ankles, bro. Stop. You could fight, but you scary. You was too scary tonight, Jake Paul. Like if you see this, bro, you was scary tonight. You gotta redeem yourself. I actually like Jake Paul. Of course, I like Joshua more because Joshua's a real fighter. So of course, I like Joshua more. But tonight, Jake Paul was a scaredy cat. From the moment of the ding, ding, ding first round, Jake Paul running around. Now, I don't blame you. Use your skills, use your legs, use your IQ, use everything. Anthony Joshua, 6'6", 245, massive, and he had been boxing for a long time. I don't blame Jake Paul for being scared. It's just the fact that you was willing to fight Gervonta Tank Davis, who's freaking 5'4", 5'5", 5'6" at the most, and you're 6'2", 230 pounds. When you fought somebody bigger than you, because think about it, let's do the math. Right? Tank Davis is 5'5", let's say 5'5", 5'6", 5'7", 5'8", 5'9", 5'10", 5'11". That's 6 so far. Add 3 because he's 6'2". Or 2, whatever. Let's say he got 7 inches on Tank. Joshua only have 4 inches, 3 inches the max. 4 inches the max, 3 at the least. I think it was about 3 inches because they look almost the same height. But Joshua was taller, obviously. And you was so scared, bro. You was only 3 inches smaller and only 10 pounds lighter. Now, that's a lot in boxing world, but you was willing to fight Tank Davis, who was like a gnat compared to a dragonfly, comparing Tank Davis and Jake Paul. You fought somebody bigger than you who actually know how to fight, and you was scared, bro. You actually landed the hand good. And I feel like his corner was trying to tell him what to do, but Jake Paul was so scary, he was scared to get hit. From the moment he got in that ring, he was scared. He lost the fight before he even got hit with a punch. He caught Anthony Joshua with a nice jab and some big hands. But other than that, Jake Paul, trash. Basura hasta nunca. Bro, trash, bro. You got to come back, Jake Paul, with a vengeance. Now, I wouldn't fight. If I was Jake Paul, I wouldn't fight Anthony Joshua again because you obviously you can't do nothing with him. So, if I'm Jake Paul, go fight Andre Ward or somebody. Somebody you bigger than, but got skills and a legit. He retired. Andre Ward is retired, but he's a legit boxer who you could test your skills against. You're bigger, but you're not too big, and he's not bigger than you. So if I'm Jake Paul, I'm looking at like an Andre Ward who's a commentator tonight. I'm looking at somebody like him. Go fight him to test yourself. Because you lost against Tommy Fury, Tyson Fury brother. That's not Tyson Fury. And you lost against AJ, which we knew that. I knew you was gonna lose to AJ. The people in the boxing world, the fake boxers, was like, Jake Paul got a chance. I'm like, bro, there's no way, because Anthony Joshua been fighting for 18 years, and probably longer than that. Jake is like 5-6 years. Now Jake is not bad, but not enough experience, repetition to fight somebody like Anthony Joshua. And I think. Well, actually, I'm happy with Anthony Joshua because he did what he needed to do. He didn't get the knockdown right away, which you shouldn't because Jake Paul got his skills up. Jake Paul not super trash. He just was super scary. Anthony Joshua called out Tyson Fury. I'm going to take a bite on that one. He called out Tyson Fury, y'all. That's what I want to see. Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. I'm ready for that. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. I'm ready for that. Tyson Fury already destroyed Deontay Wilder. No disrespect to Deontay Wilder. I actually like Deontay Wilder. But Tyson Fury had too much skills for Deontay Wilder. Now, I think, honestly, Joshua got enough skills to beat Tyson Fury, but not enough skills to beat Tyson Fury, if that makes sense. Because Tyson Fury is super, 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 super talented. Like, literally, he's the same height as Joshua. Tyson Fury is the same height as Joshua, but Tyson Fury got way more skills than Joshua. And I think, personally, Tyson Fury had more heart than Joshua. Personally, that's what I think. Now, Joshua be training, and he's big muscular-wise compared to Tyson Fury. So I think he could take a Tyson Fury punch. But Anthony Joshua is going to have to get way more skilled than he ever been, I think, personally. Anthony Joshua is going to be, he's going to have to be the most skilled he's ever been in his life to beat a Tyson Fury. Now, him fighting Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua might lose to Deontay Wilder because Deontay Wilder got that X factor, that right hand. And I don't see Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua can punch, but I don't think he had that X factor like Deontay Wilder. And Tyson Fury, to me, is the best boxer out of the whole heavyweight division. Especially them guys that 6'5" and up. Me personally, Tyson Fury have that. So, to wrap up to what I'm saying tonight, the first match was a hell of a match. That's my first time seeing both of them, and I'm shocked that the guy who won was so good. He was switching, orthodox southpaw, landing every shot, but I think he overworked. Instead of using his strategy, he was just using his boxing. You could use boxing, but you got to use strategies. It should be a chess and a checkers match at the same time if you're a boxer, especially when you're winning the fight. Don't burn yourself out because you're not gonna get the knockout. It's only free. They only had like 8 rounds or whatever they had. It wasn't enough rounds for you to get a knockout because you was too aggressive. If he was less aggressive and more strategic strategy, like cutting the ring off, hitting him with the perfect clear shots in the right spots, he would have knocked the guy out. But he didn't. He still won a fight. He's 2-0. Congratulations to that guy. Now, did I forget? I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, girl. Alicia Baumgartner. Congratulations. I say 2 thumbs up. Because you did what you had to do. You was the champion. And Alicia Baumgartner came out unscathed, no marks. Looked like she just came in the ring. The other girl looked like she had attacked with a pit bull mixed with a Rottweiler. Even though that was a great fight. Both of them girls. Shout out to both of them girls. But Alicia Baumgartner, Alyssa, she was too much for the other girl. I think too much skill. Because the other girl had heart, but Alicia had way more skill. So I didn't mean to skip that. Congratulations to Alicia and the other girl for putting on a fight. A great performance, but shout out to Alicia for winning the fight. Anderson Silva, Tyron Woodley. Shout out to Anderson Silva because he kicked... No, I ain't going to say he kicked his ass. Tyron Woodley actually was winning the fight, in my opinion, before he got night-night. night noodle legs. Bro, he tried to stand up. Anderson Silva touched his feet. I'm talking about the knockout fight, knockout punch. And Anderson Silva touched his feet, and then was moving. He was moving, touched his feet. Tyron Woodley didn't know what was going on. He was so confused. Anderson Silva hit him with a major uppercut. Boom! Wiggly wobbly, wiggly wiggly. Tyron Woodley became wiggly wiggly. He then Anderson Silva, boop, bop, boop, bop, finish him. That was it. The ref stopped the fight because he got knocked down. And when Tyron Woodley got up, he was too wiggly wiggly. He was looking. His eyes was telling the story. And I understand. I understand why the ref stopped that fight. Tyron Woodley could not be mad. Well, he wasn't mad because when he spoke at the end of his fight, he said he understand why they stopped the fight. It's about protecting the fighters. I like that. You don't want the fighters to go out that bad where they got to go in the hospital or be brain damaged and paralyzed. Nah, we don't want to see that no more. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see a fighter hurt like that. Yeah, get hurt because it's boxing, but I don't want to see them so hurt where they don't even they don't remember nothing and they got brain damage. I don't want to see that. I don't want to. I want to see a great fight, but I don't want to see a fighter become a vegetable because he got beat up for his career. You know what I mean? Like I said, the main event, Jake Paul was trash. Jake Paul lost all my respect. I actually liked him, like I said in the beginning. No more respect to Jake Paul. I can't respect the person who kept falling. We all expect Anthony Joshua. I expect Anthony Joshua to win. But I thought it was going to be more of a struggle. Jake Paul hit him with one jab, a weird jab. It worked. Barely. And then hit him with like 3, 4 big right hands. Boom! Anthony Joshua ate that joint like barely. He ate it like, that's all you got? Boop, bop, boop. And that's when Joshua knocked him down 3 times because Jake Paul kept grabbing Anthony Joshua ankles. Like, he kept falling to the ground. Like, bro, stop being scared and fight. You know how to fight, bro. Use your skills that you've been training for 5, 6 years, bro. Stop being scary. You know how to fight. But he was scary tonight. So, that scariness caused him to get knocked out. He got dropped 3 times and knocked out the 4th time. 9. But he got up. But he got knocked out, man. And after he felt Anthony Joshua good power, when Anthony Joshua hit him with a combination to finish him, it was like left body, left, right, big hand. And that's not exactly how it went, but it's faint because I watched it a couple hours ago, so I'm trying to remember. But yeah, he hit Jake Paul with his right hand. Because Jake actually got a big right hand, but he don't know how to land it. He don't know how to use his right hand. You can tell Jake don't know how to really use his skills. He have them, but he don't know how to use them. So that's his problem. He need to actually hone in on how to using his skills. But Anthony Joshua hit him with his own right hand. He hit Jake Paul with that big right hand. Anthony Joshua hit Jake Paul with that big right hand. Night. Then night. He tried to get up. It was over. It was like night. It was over. TKO. But yeah. So that's all I have, man. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Damn, that's it. Yeah. And that's my thoughts on the fight that I just watched a couple hours ago. Shout out to the first guy who won and put on a spectacular performance. I'm looking in the future. I'm looking forward to see him in the future. Tyron Woodley and Anderson Silva, shout out to them because they're UFC MMA fighters, right? And Anderson Silva was 50. He's 50 years old, and Tyron Woodley is 43. And Anthony Silva, what the fuck his name is? I fucked that up that fast. Anderson Silva. He hit Tyron Woodley. He touched his leg. He touched his foot and came up with a major uppercut. Boom. Yo, Tyron Woodley was like, give it to me, baby. Nice and slow. Right in a roll, yo. Then Anderson Silva hit him with a right hand, left hand, right hand. Down goes Tyron Woodley. He got up. He actually got up before the 10 count. But the referee said, nah, bro. Clock it. Because it's over. Because Tyron Woodley got up and he, where he was at. Which way did he go? He said, which one of y'all hit me? The referee was like, nah, stop the fight. It's over. Bye-bye, good night. Gotta go home and get some ice pack and go do an sauna or ice bath. Yeah, that dude go do something. And the last fight, like I said, Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul, actually was a good fight. I feel like Jake Paul could have did better. I feel like Jake Paul was scary. He's a scary guy tonight. I'm like, bro, that was a cat burglar. You be jumping on the ceiling like a cat, bro. But listen, good fight to every fighter tonight because y'all put your life on the line for our entertainment. So shout out to y'all, and that's important because y'all got to go home to your family and friends in the same way y'all came to the ring. Yeah, it's all entertainment, but protect yourself. So I appreciate every fighter tonight, man. Real rap, man, because that was some good fights, you know what I mean? The girl fight, Alicia Baumgartner and the rest of the fighters, and then Jake Paul. I ain't gonna say the rest of the fighters. The first fighters that was brand new, the young people, they fought. And shout out to Anderson Silva and Tyron Woodley, man, because Tyron Woodley's 43 and Anderson Silva's 50. And Tyron Woodley got knocked out by a 50-year-old. Anderson Silva still got his skill without Tyron Woodley and Anderson Silva. I think Tyron liked the grab, Anderson liked the kick. They couldn't do none of that. They handicapped them all hands. And Anderson Silva showed he got the patience, the IQ, and the power to knock out Tyron Woodley, and he achieves his goal. Yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to especially Anderson Silva. And last but not least, Jake Paul. I'm gonna shout Jake Paul out because he wasn't scared to fight Anthony Joshua, and most people are scared to fight. Most people are scared to fight Anthony Joshua because Anthony Joshua is too good and he's too big. No Diddy. Muscles. Success. Looking like a Greek god. Yeah. And, shout out to AJ. Shout out to Jake Paul and AJ for getting in the ring. But shout out to AJ for successfully beating Jake Paul, the infiltrator boxer. Y'all like that? Yeah. He successfully defeated Jake Paul, the infiltrator boxer. Now, Jake Paul know how to fight, but tonight he was too scared. He didn't use his skills. He was grabbing too much. He kept falling to the ground like a big baby. He was grabbing on Anthony Joshua's ankles. Like, bro, don't be that scared, bro. You fought people. You know how to fight. You was ready to beat Tank up. But then when you fought somebody bigger than you, and that's like almost your size but bigger, you couldn't do nothing about it. You was confused. You wasn't listening to your trainers. You were doing whatever you wanted to do, and it turned out bad. So, shout out to all the guys, all the people that fought tonight, guys and girls. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Damn, that's it. Wow. Yeah, appreciate you guys. Let's go.